In this video, we're going to go over 7 ways that contractors lose those high ticket, high value projects from the best clients. And here's how to fix it. Let's get into it. So, mistake number 1, poor lead qualification. Biggest problem is wasting time with leads that just really aren't serious or can't even afford your services. So, a lot of times you go out, do an estimate, and you're trying to convince them to pay more money for the value when they're never going to see it in the first place because we didn't pre qualify them, right? 2, use the lead qualification framework that questions the project scope, budget range, and timeline. These 3 things are important. They can really help you identify if somebody's serious, whether or not they actually want to pay for more money, and then the timeline when they're ready to get started. The biggest thing about project scope is if they have an idea of what they want happening or what they want to do, and they're pretty detailed about it, that means they're closer to actually buying now and they've really thought about it. If they're like, yeah, I don't know, I just want it done. I just need a fence or I just need a roof on. They really haven't thought about their scope of project, which means they could be price shopping. Second part, the budget range, once again, lets you know what their expectations are to buy. So that way you can overcome later on, like if you go through the sales process, like it's more because of this value or whatever it may be. So they understand that their budget range is a little too unrealistic to say. And then third part, timeline, just understanding when they're ready to get started. So here is an example, kind of a leads qualification script you can use if you don't have one at all. This is super basic. You can make it work for you anyway. And there's obviously more questions you're going to want to ask, but basic thing to hit the intro, scope, budget, and timeline is first, hey, thanks for reaching out. We really appreciate it. We're grateful. Would it be okay if I just ask a few questions? Users are going to say yes if you're super friendly, which you should be. 2, scope. So could you walk me through what you're envisioning for this project? What's going on with your roof? What were you thinking? What's going on with this fence, right? What were you thinking about a new fence project or a new deck? And then 3, budget. Have you thought about what kind of investment you want to make for this project, right? If you're thinking about, did you have a budget? And if you say, do you have a budget in mind? It feels like you're constrained to that budget. But if you thought about what kind of investment you want to make with this project, and having them future pacing and thinking 20 years down the road, if they're like buying some like a deck or fence, that way they see it as an investment, not as like, oh, I got to budget this in and make it fit what I have for money. Third part, timeline. When we ideally hoping to get started on this project? Just because they say we're thinking this summer when it's in the winter doesn't mean you can't land the job. There's 2 different ways you can approach that. One, obviously get a deposit, go ahead and schedule it for the summer, maybe give them some type of referral or incentive, some type of I don't want to say discount because I hate that, but something that incentivizes them to go ahead and put the deposit down now, and then schedule the project for later. So these are great. This is a great qualification script that you can use to actually qualify ahead of time, so you're not going out chasing leads and doing in-home estimates that's just going to waste your time, right? So mistake number 2, God, this is one of the biggest ones, inconsistent follow-up or no follow-up at all for that matter. So a lot of times what happens is when you follow up, you do one time, and if they say no or don't respond, you just think that's it. All right, so day 1, when you're following up, send a thank you message to acknowledge their inquiry. If they had a question, right? If you didn't book the estimate to go out and take care of, look at whatever it is you're looking. And then day 3, send a check-in message to maintain contact. So we're following up consistently to get that estimate if they haven't decided to book yet. And then day 7, send them a friendly reminder with a value offer to come out, check out, do an estimate for their home. Okay. So day 1 thank you message could look something like this. So the goal would be to acknowledge their inquiry, express curiosity about their goals. So, hey, so-and-so, thanks for reaching out. What are we hoping to accomplish for this project? Why does this work? Shows genuine interest, encourages them to share the details. Okay. Day 3 check-in message. Goal, stay top of mind, offering help without being pushy, right? So, hey, so-and-so, just checking in. Any questions about the project? I'm here if you need anything, right? Another way you could do this is, hey, I was thinking about we were working on another project and it had me thinking about yours. We're here if you got any and then going through like what I thought about their project, right? And then 3, why does this work? Keeps the tone light, emphasizes a little helpfulness. Okay, day 7, follow up, friendly reminder with value offer. Hey, reignite interest by a value-driven reason to take action. So, hey, so-and-so, our schedule's filling up. Would you consider moving forward soon? Just saying, hey, we're filling up. Want to make sure we get you on the schedule. So if the last minute you're ready to go and we're booked, we want to make sure we can take care of you. Creates a sense of opportunity without sounding urgent or salesy. Okay, people hate sales. All right. Mistake number 3, weak proposal presentation. The problem here is simply listing a price without explaining the value causes your prospects to see an offer as an expense. Okay. So, how do we fix this? Present your proposal as a solution that delivers real transformation and long term benefits. All right. So, here's how to frame your proposal effectively. So, first, lead with the transformation. Think about, we'll increase your home's resale value by $50,000 and eliminate any maintenance headaches on your deck or your roof or your fence. Not to say that that's just a crazy number, but something that shows transformation. Step 2 of framing your proposal, highlight premium materials. We use premium materials with a full 30-year warranty or 50-year warranty. And because we've been trained the correct way, which we're talking about expertise now, our installation team has 15 years of experience and we continuously get trained by the manufacturers on these premium materials. So you are guaranteed to get that warranty taken care of if something happens to the shingles or the fence or the wood or whatever. And then 4, stress project management. You'll have a dedicated project manager that'll keep clear communication throughout the whole process. Okay. Now, mistake number 4, not offering flexible payment options. Here's the problem. Large price tags trigger sticker shock. Most clients will delay or just walk away completely. But if you provide financing options to break down costs into manageable monthly payments, you're making this a lot easier for them to say yes. Okay. So marketing with finance options, finance focused headlines. So protect your home with a new roof as low as $150 a month. You can put that in your marketing. You can talk about that in your sales process. 2, you want to showcase payment options. We offer 0% financing options on large projects. Maybe 0%, 18 months, same as cash, or maybe you can have just a low payment options that we can stretch out over 20 years, right? If you're using a company like Improvify for your financing, they can help you come up with those types of offers. And then 3, interactive financing calculator. Every project, enter your project cost to see what potential payment plan options could be for you. These would be great for your site, okay, and for anything in your presentation for that matter, right? All right. So if we're talking about sales process with financing, if you're presenting this stuff out, so frame affordability early. Most clients choose financing to keep things affordable. Payments as low as X amount of dollars a month. That's a great way to frame it. Offer multiple options. Hey, we could do $200 a month over 5 years or $400 over 2 years. Which would fit your budget better? Or, hey, are you concerned about price or looking for budget friendly options? So we want to, early in the sales process, we're actually asking these things early, so we have an idea of when we need to frame this in. Okay. Mistake number 5, lack of social proof. So here's the big problem here. Prospects don't trust contractors. They just don't. We know it. Always fighting an uphill battle. Contractors don't trust marketers. We know it. We always fighting an uphill battle. But without social proof, leads may go with somebody else. So how do we fix it? We're going to incorporate reviews, testimonials, project visuals across all your marketing channels, and even some in your sales process. So using tools like Project Map It, where they can actually go on your website, or you can send them a link to your Map It, and you can actually go through and showcase all your projects on there. They can search for different types of, roofs if they're looking for a type of roof color or a type of shingle or a different type of deck or fence or whatever it may be. And they can see people in their area that actually have it. Probably one of the best tools to show social proof off is Project Map It. So I'd consider it. I know it's not a paid promotion, but we are partners. Let's look into it. So incorporating social proof. I talked about one, Project Map It, already, but on your website, showcase reviews. Here's what our clients say. Here's a section of that. Sometimes you can put in widgets or chats or things that'll upload your Google Business Profile reviews automatically. Project Map It does that too. And before and after photos, share the transformation stories and caption highlight client problem solutions. So share the stories, not just the photos. Share the stories that they went through. And then video testimonials. Get customers on video that are comfortable. Make them feel comfortable to get on video. Be on video with them. Talk about their experience, especially towards the end of the project when you're wrapping up, doing some quality control. Be like, hey, do you mind talking about what we did here today? Don't be like, oh, will you give me a testimonial? Because they're like, oh, what good stuff should I say? But just talk about the project and their experience. Make it super simple for them. All right. Mistake number 6, ignoring client concerns. All right, if you overlook client concerns, it causes hesitation and trust. All right, so how do we fix it? Acknowledge common objections early in the marketing and explain how your process resolves them. So we talk about this a lot when we do marketing for clients, where we're like, hey, we always want to talk about problemware content, solutionware content, and how your process or how you do things fixes those, right? And who you're going to deal with that's fixing those problems, right? You're just building a line of trust to overcome those objections, and you're constantly putting that out in the market. So when people do their research, look at you, and you show up, they now know who's going to solve what problem, and their concerns are already kind of dissolved because they see the people they're working with ahead of time in their marketing, whether it's through video content, photos, whatever. And then it makes the objections either overcomable a lot easier or pretty much non-existent. It makes sales a lot easier for you. So how do we do this? Let's talk about project timelines. Our process includes regular updates and guaranteed completion dates, right? Now, I know that you probably can't guarantee completion dates, but because of weather, depending on what you're doing, or stuff happens, right? Stuff happens. So, but if you can at least talk about regular updates and how we're going to do our best to meet these deadlines, and here's what's going to happen if we do get delayed, giving that type of expectation will be super helpful. To disrupt daily disruption to daily life. So we offer flexible scheduling to minimize disruption in your home life. This is a big deal. If you're putting a roof on my house, or I'll give you an example. Our AC unit was about to go out. I had to have a surgery the day after they were putting the AC unit in. So they made sure they could have scheduled it after, when I was laid up in the bed and I had to deal with that all day long with heat in the summer. But what they did instead was put it into a scheduled time, made sure it was done before I had my surgery, went and had my surgery, and had a brand new AC system in my home. Talk about overcoming my objection and made it easier for me to actually move forward with that company. Third, cost concerns. We use premium materials backed by 30-year warranties for long-term savings. So if you have somebody that's going to be, this is like their forever home, they're getting work done, they're going to be here forever pretty much. These are great ways to help reduce their cost concerns, so they're not worried about something 10, 20, 30 years down the road. And then communication issues. You'll have a dedicated project manager 24/7, or probably not that, but most of the time, right? Make sure you have somebody dedicated you can communicate with that's going to be on top of your project. Mistake number 7, not asking for referrals. Most contractors just miss out on this because they just don't ask. They don't ask. So implement a referral system to encourage and reward clients to spread the word about you. Here's a way you can do it. 1, send a message after project completion requesting a Google review. Or not necessarily that, you could say, could you talk about your experience? All right. A lot of times you say, talk about your experience, they'll do better than trying to be like, okay, let me just leave a 5-star review. All right. And really, you should be asking reviews before you leave. Just saying. To offer incentives, refer a friend and receive $50 gift card or discount on your next service, or $150 gift card if they get a new roof with you. 3, follow up periodically, send friendly check-ins to stay top of mind, and request referrals. Okay. Action steps for you in this video. Choose a mistake. Find one of these ones you're making of these 7. Pick one mistake. Fix it this week. Put a solution into action. Start tracking the results. And then 3, share your progress. Would love to know what mistakes you're focused on. Put them in the comments wherever this video is, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, social media. Would love to hear. Hope this helps. Until next time, peace.